Hello guys, welcome back to Cypress Automation class. I am your instructor Ahad Mohammad Khan. So let's continue with further topics. In this video, we were implementing the fixture files. Basically, it counts in the best practices of automation. So you have to save your data like create an account and email and name in our fixture file, which is saved over here, and the extension of that file would be JSON. So your data will be saving in that file as a JSON file. So afterwards, we will discussing about how to make a custom commands, and this is our these are two topics which we were covering in this session. So let's start with the fixture files. So basically, whenever you are performing automation, it is a best practice to save your data in different files. And so previously in Selenium and other automation like Specflow and Cucumber, we were saving our data in Excel files mostly. And here we can save our data in Excel files, but eventually it turns out to be converted into JSON for use for you're using in your test cases. So what is fixture files? Cypress fixtures are added to maintain and hold the test data for automation. The fixtures are kept inside the fixture folders. Example, like here I have shown you the example.json in the Cypress project. Basically, it helps us to get the data input from external files. So let's start with the fixture files. What we have to do for the fixture files, we have to write a simple command over here, cy.fixture, and afterwards open the brackets within quotes, provide the path. So what is the path for our fixture files? Do not mention the Cypress and all that if your data file were residing in the fixture files. So you just have to provide the file name. What is the file name? My file name is example.json. So it will automatically get that file. It will automatically route to the fixture folder and get your data file. So we have write our we have write the path of the file. We have to take we have to make a function then, and then you can decide any variable of your choice. I am going with the data. Here the curly braces open and close. Afterwards, close that braces at the end also. So here is one mistake. Let me correct that. Is equal to greater than sign to the function. So what we have to do next, we have to put these type of texts into that file. So what we're gonna do is we have to copy that from over here and open the example JSON. So here you can see there were two different files over here. There were some already added data. So let's just remove it and type our data. What variable name you have to keep, it's basically on your choice. So I am typing like sign up page heading. I'm pasting my text over here, and how to use it. We have kept this picture file in this variable. So we just copy this variable. Before of that, we call this variable with object and paste it over here. So it will contain my data, and my data is create an account. So afterwards, I have a first name. So let's just go with the flow. First name over here. My first name is Ahad. Afterwards, my last name is Khan. Afterwards, we have a password written over here, which is test 1234. Okay, after that, I have an address. So my address is Stanford University. I'm going to copy it. Not going to write all of the things right now. So copy paste over here. City. So Diana, and here you can see the ID state. So it is reside in this select. So while making it hard coded in the test spec, just copy it over here, copy it from here and paste it over here. It so whenever whenever you want to change the state, so just change it in the JSON file. If you having like 100 test cases written over here and this state is used in it, and unfortunately uh, due to some changes your state Virginia were eliminated from the list, so you don't have to change all 100 cases. You just go into this example.json and change your state name, and your all 100 test cases are working fine. Same goes for all things if you were using. So postal code 75050, phone number, you can enter any phone number. I'm entering this a random number. After phone number, I have an alias. Going to put my name again over here. And here we go. In the assertion part, you can see the URL. So you can paste that URL also, like assertion URL. For example, I am taking this name. So let's just copy from here. Now let's remove our hard-coded values from here and put it the variable. Now let's remove it and put the variable. And here we go, the last name, password, dot password, and address. Just remove that. So basically, whenever you have a chunk of data and you want to use these data in so many test cases or anything you want to, anywhere you want to use this data, so just call that cy.fixture, your your path where your fixture file resides, and just use that data just use that data anywhere. So if you want to use that data into command, you can use this data in command. If you want to use that data into in some method, so you can use it wherever you want to use, you can use it. Let's paste the data and let's see afterwards what happened. Now the session URL. So our test case looks pretty much according to the practices. which we have to follow in doing or performing automation. So now let's test the run. Now open Cypress and perform our test case. If it performs well or not, let's see. Cypress is opening and we were waiting. So yeah, it's open. P2E testing, selecting Chrome browser, and here we go. I have done in a register file. I have done work in a register file. So open this register file and it says web compilation error. So I think there must be some error. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. This error is not related to any test case or anything. It's my configuration part. So don't worry about it. That what I have done or what's the magic have performed. So don't worry about it. Now, as you can see, data is filling correctly and our page is loading and my assertion should be passed. So yeah, pretty much simpler. So let's do this one with the other part. Now do the do this with the login also. What we have to write cy.fixture. Once again our file path example.json. Then we have to cap that file in a function and put this file elements into variable. Afterwards, we have to close and open our bracket. So what we were going to do, let me replace the URL first. I think I have changed it. So I have replaced the URL. Now put all this data into fixture file. Let's use this one which we have already which on which we were working. So I am giving some space. So what's the email? Afterwards, what we have to do, we have to type the password. So we don't need similar words like with the password, with the password short form. Go with the short form because we have similar name used as password in upper case. So afterwards, we have to assert my name. So yeah, here you can see. Here you can see Ahad Khan, first and last name. I have written up my name, first and last name over here. So what you can do, you can create a new variable as a username and type Ahad Khan like this. Let me just show you an example. What I am going to do, Ahad Khan. Very similar, very simpler. But I have already written the first and last name. So let's do this from both ways. Let me show you how. Firstly, copy this email. Afterwards, my password. And what I'm going to do is replacing these things in my test spec. Okay, so I am going to copy paste this assertion code two times, showing that we can do with this also, and we can do it with this. So my recommendation is do not paste variables or do not create any variables. Furthermore, if you have already if you have already your name, so do not create this username variable. So how can we make look like this? So what I am going to do is I am going to do data dot first name plus. So here you can see there is a single character space between Khan. So what I am going to do, I am going to put a simple code, put it in a, put a space, again add sign data dot last name. This is the way you can use this variable and save yourself from making new variables. You can also use this one. This is your choice, but not a recommendation. So let's do it with this. Okay, our test file is saved, and you can see we have done it. Now let's just give an indentation according to the fixture files. Okay, so now run the login and it is signing out the application. So as you can see, there were two assertions related to my name, and you can easily see that there is a space between it and there is a space between it, and both were working fine. So never, never ever, what you can say, never ever create new variables because it is not recommendation or anything. Always use the previous variables related to your assertions or something if you have already created that one previously. So this is a pretty much simpler with that. Now let's move with the custom commands. What are commands? Basically, commands are those which you can use at so many places. Like if you want to perform, you are testing a web application and you have to perform your login again and again for every test case. So what you're gonna do is do not write these steps. Do not write these login steps all the time in all test cases. What you have just going to do, you just open the commands command.js in the support folder, create a simple command. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and I'm going to remove all of the above comments. And here we go. So what I am going to do, I am going to write login. Okay. I'm removing all other. I just need a variable. Yeah, exactly. So what I am going to do, I am going to copy paste all these things over here in command. Let's make it indentation correct. Let me just right. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, we have already taken our data from a fixture file. So here I have not defined my fixture file name. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace all these things with variable. Let me show you. Email, password, and in the end, where you can use. So what I am going to do, I am going to do like this, like with the, I'm going with the first name. Yeah. Let me just make it simpler for you. Like I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to use username this time because I don't want to create more variables. So yeah, we have three variables: email, password, and username. Okay, so we have created a command, and how can we use it? So let's create another test. I'm going to copy paste this test. Now just close this one and log in with custom command. So we just want to have to remove all these steps. We have to visit the URL, we have to set the viewports, we want our fixture file to put data in it. So what I'm going to do, cy dot login, right? So let me verify what I have written. Yeah, login with L capital. Now let's just copy paste it for further. Now we have to put three variable values over here. Always remember, do not mix up the sequence of variable. If you have set email in the first variable, always give the email in the first variable. If you give the password in first variable, so it will mix up the commands. Always give the first variable. So do not mix up the commands because I've according to my in one test case, my test case is failing because I have just switches the places. I don't know why, but it happens. So let's go. We have to put the email. So what I am going to do, our email resides in fixture file. So I am taking it from fixture file data.email. Afterward, we have to give in a password. So I am going to give my password. And after password, we have to give username for assertion. Username. Okay. So enter. I'm going to comment this one, and just only want to run this test. So let's test the command. Here you can see our login with custom command test case is running. Let's see what happens. And page is loading, and here we go. Our test case is performed. We have successfully logged in. We have successfully performed our session that we have logged in, and we successfully sign out from the application. So this is what we can do with the custom command. Now, if you want to log in application in every test cases, like if you want to buy something, buy some dresses, you want to check this one, you want to check this one by with login. So just log in with it, check check this tab and log out. Log in again, check other tab and log out. So it can be pretty much easier. And in future, if something is changed while login, so you just have to go in the commands, change it over here, or change, or any locator would be changed. So just perform changing over here, and it should reflect in so many test cases wherever you want to use login. So thank you guys. This is it from my side. In this video, we have learned about the fixture files, we have learned about the custom commands, how, and this the best practices which we have to perform while automating. So fixture files and commands are one of those. So thank you guys. Let's meet in the other class and learn about something new.